Greetings and what's up, world? This is Serge W.D. Haiti of Serge W.D. Haiti, CPA PLLC, where life is good and living is better, and I'm the dreaded CPA. And today I'm presenting this video in response to the closing of our 2021 tax season. Hopefully everyone was able to get with a professional and file their taxes on time by April 18th and able to pay their taxes by April 18th to avoid any failure to file or any failure to pay penalties. So today I wanted to go into this video pretty much going over the effects of not filing your tax return on time and not making your payments made on time. And depending on which situation you fall in, what consequence will follow as a result. So this year we had an extension on the tax filing season. Every year the tax filing season for individual closes on the 4th month and the 15th day of the 4th month, but this year we got an extension because Easter fell on the tax filing day, so we got an extension to April 18th. So if you weren't able to make your payments or file your taxes on time, you were granted an automatic extension by filing a form 4868, which is an automatic extension of 6 months. So now you have until October 17th this year to file your taxes and also to make your payments. But just because you filed an extension and you don't file your taxes or don't pay it until April 18th, you are still on the hook for it. So you will be liable for any interest that is not that it accrues on the balance that you did not pay. And by that time that you do file your taxes, you should have paid at least 90% of your tax due during the year. And if you don't, the interest accrues at 0.5% per month. And I believe it caps out at least 25%. So you want to make sure you get that. However, if you have some reasonable excuse, the IRS may waive some of those failure to pay or failure to file penalties. And just remember, these penalties are non-tax deductible, so it's going to cost your firm or yourself money not paying these taxes, and then eventually you don't get to write it off. So make sure you have a professional that is working with you to get all these taxes and your documents filed on time. Excuse me. So what are the late penalties that you can expect? Usually when the IRS charges a penalty if you file your taxes after the tax season, and the penalty is usually 5% per month. And for each month the late tax return is filed, you're gonna be paying 5% on that. So if you owe, let's say, $1,000, 5%, that's $50 a month. Then you get late behind again another month, that's another $50 plus 5% on top of that, and the maximum rate is at 25%. Now, a special rule kicks in if the tax return is filed more than 60 days late, and the maximum penalty for that is $435. And that's adjusted for inflation, just to let you know. And so we're in an inflationary period right now. So a regular 435 is going to be adjusted to the high cost we're paying. I guess the IRS got to get their money because they lost out based on the time value of money. So just make sure that if you do file late, make sure your tax professional is making sure that all these penalties and interest that you're possibly going to incur is not going to affect you. However, there is a benefit if you are able to provide a tax return that shows that you don't owe any money. You won't be hit with the failure to file penalty, and it will just be washed out. So again, make sure you get with your tax professional and have the plan put together for your tax preparation so that you show the legal minimum required amount of taxes that need to be paid. And these are just some of the things that you should expect when you decide to file your taxes late and you owe money to the IRS. You're going to run into a situation where if you don't file the automatic extension for 6 months, you're going to be hit with a failure to file penalty, and then you could also be hit with the failure to pay penalty depending on what situations you fall in. Now, if you do file the automatic extension for 6 months, you won't get hit with the failure to file penalty, but you will have possibly a failure to pay penalty depending on how much income tax that you paid during the year. And then if you run into situations where the taxes are filed more than 60 days late, you will be charged another penalty for those filings, and that could run almost up to $500 depending on the rate of inflation that we have in these period of times. And yep, this is my short video. I'm the dreaded CPA of Serge W.D. Haiti CPA PLLC, where life is good and living is better. And if you have any questions, you can, give me a call, send me an email, DM me in my videos, and I'll surely get back to you with whatever questions or comments or concerns that you may have. And this is the dreaded CPA. Second out. Peace.